I'm out there, let's say I've got him in from 200 yards or whatever the case into, 70, 80 yards to me. But he's hung up. He's throwed the brakes on. He ain't coming any closer. And I've tried everything. So if I'm using this call, let's just say I'm using this mouth call. And I've been doing that to him, and he's gobbling, and he's answering me, but he's just not coming any closer. But he's still answering me. He's still interested. A lot of times, I will switch calls on him and go to a whole different mouth call or a whole different sound. I want to go to a different frequency, something different. And I'll go to something else. Now, to the naked ear a lot of times, especially to a new beginner turkey hunter, that may sound a lot, it may sound the same or it sounds similar, but to a gobbler out there, he knows the difference. He knows the tone change, the frequency change, and a lot of times if you'll just start purring and clucking, and there's been some times I've actually sit there and switch back and forth on a mouth call, and he's under the heel, and I'll sit there and go back and forth and switch calls on him, and you'd be surprised at the times that's all it takes in order to get him to break. A few years ago in Virginia, I remember a hunt. I worked 4 hours for this turkey. 4 hours from the time he flew off the roost all the way to, it was getting close to quitting time. The shutoff was 12 o'clock in Virginia. And I was just wore out. I was absolutely, this turkey had just mentally just wore me to a frazzle. We moved on him, we'd call to him, I'd do everything possible. He'd get close and he'd go back. Then he'd get close and he'd go back. And the woods was so open, I couldn't move a lot, where he was at. So I had to be careful. Well, I remember it was about 11:30, like 30 minutes to go. And finally, he got up there about 60 yards again, for the 100th time, or it seemed like it. He got up there close to me, and I'm mentally just frazzled. And I reached down in my pocket, and I thought, okay, I've tried everything, and nothing's worked. And I reached down in my pocket, and I pulled out another mouth call, a third mouth call, and that's all it took. I switched sounds on him, started raking the leaves, started to sound like a flock of turkeys up there, and that's all it took. And that turkey broke and come right into gun range, and I was able to kill him at 11:30. So it goes to show you that when you're dealing with a hung up turkey, sometimes all they need is just that little bit of a coaxing to tell you there's more than one lady up there.